Okay, so the next problem we are solving the lead code is asteroid collision. Okay, so basically here we given the size of the asteroids and its moving direction. Okay, so if 5 means like, I mean, kind of it's a sizes. Okay, so positive means, let's say that if it is 5 10 5, right, you can consider it as a row. Okay, there is a row like this. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, this is like kind of this one. Okay, so we have different, here there is a 5, and maybe here somewhere it is 10, and somewhere it is -5. Okay, whenever it say it's -5, it's coming in an opposite direction. Okay, you can consider taking a like, I mean, you can imagine like a traffic. Okay, so somewhere car one, like this can be of lower size, right? We can consider as a motorbike, and for a 10 you can assume this is a car. Okay, so both are traveling in the same direction and maintaining the same distances. Okay, but some other motorbike is coming from the other end. Okay, it's a -5 opposite direction. So now car will obviously take a hit with this, but who will have a more impact? Like motorbike will have an impact, right? So that will be collided, that will be damaged, like, I mean, that will be not considered. The car will be keep on going, like, I mean, ideally won't happen, but I'm just giving an example here. Okay, so the bike will be removed, like, I mean, bike will be exploding, or like, I mean, that will be out of thing. Okay, now car will be going forward, and also the whatever the motorbike that is behind the car, that will be also keep on going, right? So it's just an example. Okay, in online you can get a solution, simple solution, but this is also not a like, I mean, this looks complex, but the time complexity wise it's not consuming not of a lot of time, but I just want to break down this problem into multiple steps. Okay, so what we can do here is, so firstly we'll analyze what are the conditions that we need to check here is, right? So first, like, let's say that whenever we are here, right, 5 10 15, whenever we'll iterate through it. Okay, so for the first asteroid, there was a 5. Okay, and then when there is a one more asteroid that came, okay, if it is the same direction, we don't have to bother, right? Like, there was a bike, and next to it there's a car, like, and also we are going the same direction, we don't have to bother about it, right? We'll keep it as it is. But when the third asteroid will come, -5, that is coming in opposite direction, but which is of a small size. Okay, so -5, that will be like, I mean, that we need to take into consideration. And then we'll have to finally analyze what will be the final result, like, I mean, who will survive and who will not, like that kind of problem it is. So first we'll see, check if the last asteroid and the current asteroid is not in the same direction. Okay, so whenever we are taking for this one, right, let's say that we had one asteroid calculation, whenever we take this, we'll first check if it is coming in the same direction or not. If it is not coming in the same if it is in the same direction, right, we don't have to bother. Okay, we'll just add that to the our list. Okay, list of asteroids that will survive. Okay, and let's also, we need to make sure that like, I mean, which is one bigger one, right? They are not in the same direction, and also last asteroid is bigger. Okay, in that also case, we don't need to bother, because 5 was there, 10 was there, and we got a new asteroid which is of size 5. Okay, and and but in coming in opposite direction though. Okay, like, even though it's a size is small, right? So even though it collides, it doesn't matter to our existing list, we'll just exit the condition there. Okay, and next condition is, if they are not in the same direction and they are of the same size. Okay, in this case what will happen, so let's say that this is a 10. Okay, -10, car and car will collide, so both will have a same damage and both will be out of the list. Okay, so when that happens, we'll have to pop our collide, like, I mean, we need to identify what is the list of asteroids that we'll be finally having, right? If the both come in the same way and opposite direction and of the same weight, so we'll be removing both of them from the list, so we'll have only 5 in that case, but that's not the case here. Okay, so finally, so this is like some big asteroid is hitting the last asteroid. Okay, so we here we take to consider of a 10. Okay, and some asteroid of size -15 is coming our way. Okay, so what will happen here? Obviously, both are in opposite direction. So what will happen here is, it will take a collide. Okay, and now as this is a bigger, that will be coming into the list, but now this will be popped out of the list. Okay, because this is will be exploded. This will go, and -15 will come and sit here. Okay, and again we'll have to do the calculation with 5 and -15, which will survive. So obviously -15 will survive, and that will sit here. That will be that would have been the final result when the -15 comes here instead of -5. Okay, so that is it actually. So current asteroid, here I've added a comment, you can just read it actually to understand what are the conditions that we need to be taken care. So basically, to summarize, we'll have to check that if the asteroids, right, asteroid and the new asteroid are in the same direction or not. If it is in the same direction, we don't need to bother. Okay, we'll just add it to the list that will survive. And if it is not in the same direction, and also the new asteroid is of small length. Okay, if it is a small, we can ignore it again. Okay. And lastly, if they are of the same size, right, they are not, if they are same size also, that's also, both will collide and both will go. Okay, so we'll have to pop one element that from the list. And finally, if let's say that some big asteroid is coming our way, so we'll have to remove our last asteroid and place that asteroid and do the processing again. That's it. Thanks. And yeah, this is the submission rate for the current code. Yeah, that's it. Nice.